The Chief Minister initially announced the news in this year's budget speech. 2.8 million of the COVID fund to go towards a new hospital entrance, designed to free up clinical space and improve patient flow. When we published the news online, we received a significant number of negative comments about the idea. The GHA later said that it would welcome public feedback. So, let's see what you have to say.
Terrible, really terrible. If it's for COVID and the COVID funds, they want to spend it on this, I don't agree.
And do you think that the money could be better used elsewhere?
Yes, definitely. A lot better. There are people here in need, believe it or not.
Why do they need to spend all that money on a new entrance when there's a perfectly good one there?
I think they probably need to spend elsewhere on patient care.
Maybe instead of replacing the front, they could put A&E directly at the front instead of having to walk through the hospital to find it. Probably better spent that way.
It's a difficult balance because you also have to deal with the aesthetics of a property as well to ensure that people feel that they live in a place which is not, third world.
I think it would be better if it was spent somewhere else, like equipment or whatever, or medicines, anything. But not another entrance. I mean, we don't need it.
Go ahead and do it if it's going to beautify Gibraltar. But apart from that, I don't see any advantage. This is okay for me.
They should enhance the tools they're using to help people inside the hospital, not outside the hospital.
I also met with two women who strongly believe the money should be spent on neonatal care, so that children who are born prematurely, as well as their mothers, can be treated in Gibraltar and do not have to travel abroad. This happened to Anne-Marie, who was diagnosed with preeclampsia at 24 weeks pregnant. Sadly, her baby passed away at just 6 days old.
Spanish isn't my first language, so that you have the language barrier there. Plus, it's a very scary situation, being told that you've got preeclampsia and that they're trying to do everything they can to monitor that and also to keep your baby alive. But yeah, being up in Malaga is very lonely. It's very scary, and when you're getting told certain things because of the language barrier, you can interpret that completely different. So yes, having that kind of unit here would be beneficial for everybody, not only just the parents but the families as well, because they can be there and be on hand and be there
To support you?
Yeah, really just to support.
When I was 26 and a half weeks, I started to get really painful Braxton Hicks contractions, and I was really panicky, and I said, well, what happens if en route to Malaga, because that's like nearly 2 hours away, I go into labour or something bad happens? And the nurse just told me, well, you're just going to have to pray. It's very, very dangerous. We shouldn't have to pray and be en route and go to Malaga. We should have the facilities here. It's, premature births is something that happens on a daily basis to so many people.
If you agree, you can find their petition on our website. And if not a neonatal unit or a new hospital entrance, what would you like to see the money from the COVID fund go towards?